Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, let's refresh our memories on this airport event, which is a coming event. Alright, this is an old video clip. I just want to show it once more so you can roughly see here how does the airport event looks like. Apparently there'll be requests and the airport's event customer, and then once you fulfill them they'll give you items, which is the airport event items, and then with that then you can act as the raw materials to create more of the other items of the airport event factory. Alright, so here you see while I'm trying to get wool to make sure I unlock that. So this is the factory for the airport event. When you have created them, then you can fulfill those contracts with the captain, and then you will in exchange get the airplane coins. Okay, so when you have airplane coins, then of course you have the ranking chart as usual, and of course you will also have the rewards where you can claim for items in the reward path. Alright, so now let's come back to reality. This is before the airport event started, so I give a glimpse of how it works just now. So what you're supposed to do is really make full use of this coming airport event to claim all the blue maps. You can see here the ship trade will be working really hard just to get a couple of these blue maps, but in the airport events you can exchange for lots and lots of these blue maps. There are other color maps as well, but of course we all know that for the building upgrades for population is always in short of blue maps, so do exchange for every single blue map you can find from the rewards from the airport event. My advice, I'm not too keen on spending a huge amount of plain coins. It is very hard to get on the one of the containers. So why so? Of course the containers probably just give you really good legendary or epic train, but for me I think more importantly will be really those blue maps, which is really rare. And if I have completed collecting, because there is always a cap on how many blue maps you can exchange. So imagine if I have enough of those plain coins to exchange every one of the blue maps I could find. Next I'll go probably into other color maps or even the train parts itself, because what's the point of getting another epic or legendary train vis-a-vis you could have collect lots of blue maps, which is really rare, I just emphasize it again, and as well as lots of train parts. So you gotta weigh the difference, because the amount they ask for one container is exorbitant. It is not cheap to get one container, which they take it as the grand prize, but I don't think it's really worth it, because sometimes even the 1-star container from those 100 meta keys will give you an epic or a legendary train. So to me, definitely no. I'll go for the blue maps plus train parts, and of course there are also chances for you to get the mega box, but probably once the event starts I'll do some calculation to show you whether is it really worth it for the mega box, because in previously when I do some calculations on that, it just seems that for certain type of train parts, if you get through the mega box, actually you are losing money. If you're after a certain types of train parts, then must as well you just get straight away by exchanging using those plain coins rather than try your luck on that mega box. But of course now without the visuals it's a bit difficult for you to understand and visualize. So once the airport event started, we'll come to that. And of course how do you then prepare for this airport event? It's really if you could quickly upgrade all your trains. As usual, as I mentioned, you need to serve the customers, so the exchange, they give you the airport so-called event factory items, raw materials, then you can fit into the factory itself, which is happening to be event factory. then you can actually fulfill those contracts. Once you fulfill contracts, the plane coins will be yours, and that contributes to your ranking chart. So it's always a first come first serve basis. So how do you get those train parts? Definitely you need to have a lot of items ready. So how do you do that? It's nothing unusual. Make sure all your 6 core factories are filled to the brim, input and output tray, have lots of materials on hand, so that once the event started, you can actually transfer all the items to the customers, and then in return exchange for the airport event raw materials. Alright, so I'm working really hard to make sure I get this ship trade, although you got to bear in mind ship trade doesn't give a lot of blue maps, but how do I say this? I mean, every single blue maps make a difference, because sometimes I do find that if you have a lot of blue maps, the request for building upgrades sometimes seems to be ridiculous. So vis-a-vis, where you have a small number of blue maps, sometimes the building upgrade request seems to be able to cater to your needs on the quantity you have, and then ask for a more reasonable amount of blue maps. So this is something I find a bit odd. So what I'm trying to do right now is to make sure my factories are all filled, because after the recent mini event of the Train Tycoon, we have depleted almost everything out of the factory, because as and when they became asking about the factory of a certain type of materials, or also called the factory output, so with that we have drained every single resource. So now we're going to fulfill it back on, and by doing so, once we are packed with all this input and output tray, we are ready to go. That's not it. Of course, you got to upgrade your trains, upgrade your population, and also do remember to start really late in the first competition, at least 12 hours late. Why so? Because you can't prepare in advance the material. So once it started, at least you can prepare items by fulfilling certain customers and not collect them, or you can prepare by having lots and lots of these airport event items in the factory and warehouse, so that once you request it, you have it. I'm going to collect lots and lots of those fuels so you can make lots of glue. As you know, glue is also a subcomponent. You need it, and of course with the extra fuel, I'll try to do some plastics, and the plastics will make you plastic chairs, so likewise it's a subcomponent. And as and when now, when there's requests for upgrade of buildings, I'll give a tick. Definitely I will do it. There's nothing to wait because there isn't any mini events you're waiting to complete. So just trying my best right now, really to make sure we have the most prepared factories ever. And of course, along the way, do remember really to collect all those coins. You really need to save up. It's really expensive for upgrades, as you have understood from the events itself, Peru event. I've been claiming a lot of money, I think hundreds to 200 over $1,000, but now you can see the amount of gold that I have has depleted to about 30,000 or so. So it's really very fast to spend money, but earning money is really that difficult. So as and when you can see the gold icons is fully claimable, just go ahead and claim them, because every single round you make about $1,000 plus $2,000. So that helps a bit, because once you have the sufficient parts and money, you can go ahead and then upgrade the capacity, make lesser trips, and then able to quickly fulfill your customers' requests, grab those airport event items, put it into your factory, finish the contract, chase after the rank up, and there you go again, hoping to get first every time, so you can get a maximum number of plane coins, and then eventually get the best rewards out of this event. So again, we're really looking forward to this, but it's a repeat event nonetheless. Unlike the Peru event, which is totally new, this airport event is something old. So for those who have been playing this game for a while, it's not new to you. You have an edge, but the rest, do not worry. As long as you start late, you are already having an edge. Alright, so thank you for watching again. Do like and subscribe. I will not be locked in the game. Probably about 10 over hours later. Thank you for watching again. Goodbye.